You put it yourself and your family, and they were being murdered.
Okay, well, go home. Go home.
No, I will protect you with my life. I'm not doing that.
It ain't about my life. It's calling on my life.
But at some point, it's a reality that people say no. People say no to me on a daily basis, and I don't just start screaming and throwing a tantrum. That's just not normal.
That's my personality.
But your personality was not like this a few years ago.
What do you mean? I used to scream backstage. This tape used to be
But
like
it was
scream backstage.
very far and few in between. It was not on a daily, every single conversation.
The Kanye West documentary cannot be doing what Kanye assumed it would do. Because tell me why I sit here just feeling bad for Kim Kardashian. There's an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashian where Kim said that staying calm has always been her superpower. And I'm starting to think that was something she learned, not only from the Paris robberies, but from Kanye. Because the way that man reacts as soon as he is told no is worse than a 5-year-old.
Kanye West just dropped a brand new documentary about his life. And let's be real, he's not coming out looking good. In one clip, he's seen screaming at Kris Jenner, and the internet went wild. That moment spread like fire, and now everyone's piling on Kanye while showing sympathy for the Kardashians. Something you almost never see. The drama is already sparking heated debates online, and people can't stop dissecting every second of it. The film, directed by Nico Ballesteros, doesn't hold back. It kicks off by tracing Kanye's career and the early cracks in his public image. One of the first major scandals it highlights is the cancellation of his massive tour with Lady Gaga. That move came right after the unforgettable Taylor Swift VMA fiasco, when Kanye stormed the stage, cut off her speech, and created chaos that the world still talks about today.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
That infamous VMA moment with Taylor Swift wasn't just a headline. It sparked 4 years of icy tension that never really thawed. Sure, they tried to play nice for a while, but everyone knew it was doomed. That incident was the first sign that Kanye's controversies would keep blowing up and shutting doors on him again and again. Fast forward a few years, and Kanye's telling Kim he ditched his meds because the universe called him to do so. The documentary digs deep into his 2016 breakdown when he canceled the St. Pablo tour out of nowhere and ended up hospitalized. They don't show the hospitalization itself, but Kanye keeps circling back to it like it was the moment everything shifted, the point where media turned him into a public spectacle. This meltdown didn't just scar him, it strained his family ties and made him deeply distrustful of the press and the industry. The doc also dives into his political awakening. Remember 2018?
We can't be controlled by monolithic thought. If someone inspires me and I connect with them, I don't have to believe in all their policies. And when I said I'm running 2020, all my smart friends talk so much about me. And when I saw that man win, I say, see, I told you I could have been.
Kanye pulled up to Saturday Night Live in that red Trump hat, dropped a pro-Trump rant, and claimed the cast had tried to bully him into taking it off. Things got explosive when he accused the industry of always pushing black comedians to comment on scandals involving other black figures, like Bill Cosby. Michael Che, an SNL cast member, thought that jab was aimed at him. He called Kanye out directly, saying the cast actually loved him and didn't deserve to be humiliated on live TV without a chance to clap back. Kanye insisted it wasn't personal, but the tension was thick. Cameras caught the two of them going back and forth until a third person had to step in, calm the room, and shut the filming down. It was raw, chaotic, and very Kanye. For him, the MAGA hat was all about resisting control. But behind the bravado, Kanye admitted politics terrified him. He said every time he wore that hat, or even set foot near the White House, he feared for his life. He begged staff to let him inside for safety, convinced that simply rocking that cap put a target on his back. The documentary doesn't shy away from Kanye turning his pain on the Kardashians, even accusing them of fueling his mental health struggles. One of the rawest moments shows Kris Jenner in tears, begging him to take his medication and just be okay. Kanye fires back that he'd rather be dead than medicated. and demands Kris admit that the Kardashian-Jenner clan had a hand in his suffering.
It don't matter! It does matter! It does matter!
I mean, morally, you just said, you know.
I have to finish the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. 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 I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
He rages that no one in the family ever took accountability for the damage done to his mental state. Kris pushes back through sobs, saying yes, maybe they influenced things, but what strangers online say should never matter. It's the love of family that counts. She tells Kanye she loves him deeply and only wants him to feel whole again, to be loved by Kim the way he craves. But Kanye isn't having it, and the clash leaves the entire room tense and shaken. Not long after, the family heads to Uganda, where Kim breaks down too. Sitting with Kanye's circle, she pleads alongside them, saying he's changed so much from just a couple of years ago. Kim reminds him that everyone, including her, has to accept being told no. She stresses that when people tell her no, she doesn't explode or lash out, urging Kanye to do the same. Even in Uganda, Kanye spirals into paranoia, convinced his safety was at risk. Once back home, things seemed to settle for a while. He and Kim renewed their vows in a picture-perfect ceremony, with Kim promising loyalty and support. That's when Kanye launched his Sunday service era, presenting himself as reborn, spiritual, and grounded. But the peace didn't last.
She said she was pregnant, and for 1 month, and 2 months, and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. Do people know these pills where you take the pills, and if you take it, it's a wrap. The baby's gone.
By 2020, he jumped back into politics with a chaotic presidential run while obsessing over his Wyoming projects, dreaming of building a whole new world with Yeezy architecture and sustainable living. Yet his unfiltered rants kept exploding online, alienating fans and raising eyebrows everywhere. The most shocking moment? Kanye publicly admitted he and Kim once thought about not having North. Not long after, Kim filed for divorce, saying they just couldn't make it work anymore. The film makes it clear Kanye truly believed he was untouchable. He acted like no words or actions could ever backfire on him. In his mind, Adidas could never afford to cut him loose after he'd made them billions. That ego became his shield, convincing him he could say and do whatever he pleased without a single consequence. But we all know how that ended. Adidas dropped him after his anti-Semitic comments, proving he wasn't as untouchable as he thought. Instead of slowing down, Kanye went harder. The most infamous example? Those White Lives Matter shirts that shocked the world. He doubled down, ignoring the pain his choices caused, and by then, doors were slamming shut everywhere. Live Nation and AEG refused to book his tours, and even the high-tech sphere in Las Vegas reportedly turned him away. As the documentary unfolds, Kanye struggles to even define his own story. He rants that the media wants him boxed in as the bipolar rapper, but he pushes back hard. He insists he's misunderstood, that he's more authentic when off his meds, that outside forces are targeting him. He tries to spin his outbursts as deliberate, political, spiritual, or visionary, but never as mental health struggles. It's clear he doesn't want to be labeled ill. He wants to be seen as a prophet, not a patient. But his refusal to face reality left him trapped by his own behavior. He couldn't take criticism, not even from the people who loved him most. And that wall of stubbornness drove a wedge straight through his marriage. Even with all the controversy around the Kardashians, people online admit one thing: Kim really did stand by him longer than anyone expected.
As a person that used to love Kanye, and I used to argue people down about how he was just misunderstood and y'all just don't get it, y'all taking it out of context, I used to sound just like the MAGA people be sounding about Trump. But I say all of this to say y'all will never gaslight me into believing that Kim Kardashian was a bad wife to him and that she's the reason that he ended up the way that he is now. I don't think Kanye ever had good intentions for Kim Kardashian. I feel like he became so fixated on her beauty and the status that she was able to obtain without having a talent per se. And I feel like he got with her because he wanted to control and belittle her. And once she wasn't letting that happen no more, that's when he really started airing out shit. I feel like she could have been exposed Kanye for who he truly is a long time ago, but she always kept it quiet about him.
I am not a Kim Kardashian fan. I do have to put respect on how she handles what I feel like would be stressful or chaotic situations. Let's talk about it. I just saw video clips of something that Kanye actually put out himself, but I guess he's doing this like documentary behind the scenes. I'm not sure what he's putting out, but it's him kind of going off on Kim and one of his relatives. He's extremely heightened in regards to his emotions, and he's just kind of going off. And you can see that Kim's becoming emotional in the sense of like starting to cry. But one of the things that I've always found fascinating about Kim, but I do think it's possibly a trauma response, is her ability to stay calm, cool, and collected in a chaotic, overwhelming, stressful situation.
In the end, Kanye insists he's his truest self when he's off medication, and he only wants people around who recognize his higher purpose. But for many longtime fans, watching this transformation feels heartbreaking. Even Michael Che admitted he once admired Kanye, but he just couldn't stand by the chaos anymore. The documentary closes with Kanye looking almost fearless, ready to gamble everything just to live life on his own terms. He openly acknowledges everything he's lost: his career deals, his friendships, his family ties, and yet he carries himself like he's strangely at peace with it all. Still, no matter how calm he seems, the fall from grace is nothing short of tragic. Do you think Kanye's actions were a cry for help, or was he simply chasing attention? And do you believe the Kardashians could have handled things differently? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I really want to hear your take. Thanks for watching Star Watch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking stories. And we'll see you again very soon.